like to call the Henry County Planning Commission, today is December 21st, 2023, to order. We start off with roll call. Tom? We have a quorum. We have all 9. Thank you, everyone, for coming this pre-Christmas meeting. And approval of the November 16th meeting. We had the shortest meeting that probably in the history of the Henry County Planning Commission. From start to finish, 15 minutes. So you who missed it, you missed the world's shortest meeting we ever had. So at any rate, if you've received it, which you should have, to have a motion to approve. A motion by Bobby. Do I have a second? Second by ladies first, Marcia, and Marcia, ladies second. If there's no changes, all in favor, aye. Opposed, nay. Passes 9-0. Cases to review. You should have received this in the email earlier this week. It's case 2272, beginning with the letter B as in boy. This is a commission approval use, Harmony Corporation. The current zoning is general business. They are wanting to keep that general business. Page 1 says earlier this month, the Henry County Board of Zoning Appeals approved a variance request reducing the setback from the rear property line. Page 2, it's nearly a half an acre, an entrance from State Road 3 only. That was approved by the Indiana Department of Transportation. All residences to the north, south, and west, single-family residential, general business, single-family residential to the east. Information on page 3 goes through the different variances in our property development standards. And highlighted, you have information given at the bottom of page 3. We are the planning agency as determined for the town of Dunreath. That has been determined by their council. The code was adopted, became effective on March 5th, 2004. And the comprehensive plan, development of more retail options for the county residents is in line with the comp plan. No objections in writing, email, or phone calls have been received to those in the vicinity that have been sent out. Plan and that are also part of the handout, the plans that you see, the map, the drawing, the design proposal, meet all the building and zoning criteria for the county. And I think we have a couple of representatives here. You're welcome to come up to the microphone, and there may be some questions, and our zoning administrator may have some more comments, but that's a highlight of the packet that we received. Just need to press the button with the green light on, and Bobby's doing it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, we could hear you, but it's much better because we're live streaming. They can hear you out.
So are you saying I got a big mouth, you know? Okay. But Harmony Corporation secured the property at the northwest corner of State Road 3 and US 40. Previously, we understand that at one time, there was a service station, and later that became a liquor store. We believe that this will be a successful business. Obviously, we would believe that, or we wouldn't be moving forward. We're here to field any questions that you may have. The plans that you guys have received were approved by the state of Indiana. Like has been said, the driveway was approved by the Indiana Department of Transportation. I've worked with Tom, and Tom has been very, not only cooperative, but informative that we follow all the rules. And I appreciate his cooperation. Ask me any questions, we'll try to address it to the best of our ability.
Commission questions?
The entrance and exit is going to be on State Road 3, not US 40?
That's correct. And I should say that there's no way that anyone will be able to drive through that property and exit on 40. You see there is combination of
This right here.
grass, stone, and there will be shrubbery there.
Okay.
And this is what the Department of Transportation proposed, and we said, if that's what you want, that's what we'll do.
And
The
is this,
parking lot itself will be blacktop.
is this liquor store only or
It's liquor store only.
liquor store only,
Yeah, it's not a convenience.
not a convenience store? Okay. Thank you.
Is there a liquor store in Spiceland? I do not know. Okay. So you have parking space for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6
Yeah.
vehicles, 1 handicap.
They do meet the requirements for parking space for that size of a building and type of business. Since there's not a lot of people that actually stay there for a long period of time, they don't have to have as many parking spaces as, say, a restaurant or someplace where someone spends time.
So it's a carryout.
Yeah.
Other questions? This may be the world's second shortest meeting if we don't have any more questions.
Yeah.
JR, you usually have a question. Dale, we can't adjourn yet.
Yes, you're ready for a motion.
Okay, this is a CAU, so
Yeah.
Very loud.
Questions. So I guess you're ready for the 3 questions we asked for commission-approved use.
if there are no other questions from the audience or from the commission, I would say we're ready for the 3 questions.
How you guys plan on getting the traffic out? That's really congested. You got semi after semi, turning left and right there. There's no stoplight, poor lighting. I don't
Okay,
think it's the
what-
greatest place in the world to put a liquor store, myself.
Okay. I'll try to address that to the best of my ability, but because there's very limited business traffic into the business, I mean, very limited. It'd be like anybody else pulling out their driveway on 3.
Yeah, but they're not doing it 12, 14 hours a day at a business. You've got
I
a parking
understand.
lot that I can barely get my truck in and get turned around, pulling in a spot.
Okay,
And then you've got semi after semi going down 3, especially since 70's messed up. And then if they do close 70 due to a wreck, you've got hundreds of semis going down through there. To me, to exit, you're going to have to turn right. It's going to be a right turn only because you're not going to be able to get across and go north on 3 safely.
that hadn't been required of us doing that, and that's the reason why that there wasn't any signage to indicate that. I mean, the Department of Transportation did not require that.
Yeah, but they don't live here and see the traffic down there.
I sympathize with you, yeah. But I'm just sharing with you, you asked me why, and I'm trying to be as honest and candid.
I guess I should say, how are you planning on getting people out of there safely?
Again, I mean, I'm not trying to put the burden on someone else, But even whenever I drive and I do many, many miles and go in and out similar places, I know that I've got to be cautious. And the responsibility of the driver is how the Department of Transportation viewed it.
I will simply say, like Bobby and I came out from Mancino's today on the 3, and there's a traffic light there, just like they'd have to stop going on the 40. And it's just simply a matter, if you don't go to the traffic light and you try to go out at Myers Furniture, usually you're waiting 4 or 5 minutes, especially if you're heading north. So it's just a matter of waiting until the traffic is clear from both directions, and that is on the driver to be responsible. I am very glad, and I understand why NDOT did not approve onto the 4-lane of US 40. That would have been a hazard probably all the way around, even though that was, at one time, you could get on it from 3 or 40 when it was a gas station. I remember that, but
Right.
yeah, it's, I understand what Jason's saying.
20 years ago, they turned right at the Flamingo and went across 40.
That's
They
true.
didn't- They didn't have all that traffic down
You're right. I stand corrected. That's true. But I will say that it's probably far worse going out in Newcastle onto Fort.
Because 3 didn't come all the way down to 40.
No, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
But NDOT they do their study and due diligence on driveway permitting, and that's one thing we look at, and they had if they would propose those, and they do sometimes, right, turn onlys or stuff like, they have no recommendations
Right.
on here, except for the one that they only wanted it restricted to one entrance.
Any other questions? If not, I think we are ready for the 3 questions, Tom.
Yes, question number 1. The proposed commission-approved use is to be located in a zoning district wherein such use may be permitted. Ken and Gray,
Yes.
Dale Cole. Okay. The proposed commission-approved use is to be located in a zoning district wherein such use may be permitted. Do you vote yes or no? Yes. Okay. Bobby Plummer.
Yes.
Marcia Gratner. Jason Roberts. David Fisher. Lori Pritchett. Jake Martin. And Terry Manning. Question number 2, the requirements set forth in the zoning district in this section for such commission-approved use will be met. Ken and Gray.
Yes.
Dale Cole. Bobby Plummer.
Yes.
Marcia Gratner. Jason Roberts. David Fisher. Lori Pritchett. Jake Martin. And Terry Manning.
Yes.
Okay, question number 3. The proposed uses or use are inconsistent with the spirit, purpose, and intent of the regulations, will not substantially and permanently injure the appropriate use of the neighboring property, and will serve the public convenience and welfare. Ken and Gray.
Yes.
Dale Cole. Bobby Plummer.
Yes.
Marcia Gratner. Jason Roberts. David Fisher. Lori Pritchett. Jake Martin. And Terry Matney.
Yes.
All questions have been answered. Favors yes, and the commission-approved use passes.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
We'd like to thank you. And if you have any recommendations about your concern, well, we're open. Okay?
Put a sign up that says, please exit very carefully, preferably to the right. true. So- You you too. You as well, thank you. Do we have any old business, Tom?
I have nothing.
New business, I would simply like to thank this group for 2 very pleasant and calm years. It's not always been that way on the Planning Commission. And thanks to Tom and America for doing the work that makes the job here much easier in your preparation and answering questions and knowledge of our code. And I'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, be safe with your families and friends and loved ones. Your next meeting, if we have agenda, 18th of January.
I
is
think it
what
was
I
the
have.
18th, wasn't it? I think we looked.
Verify to be sure.
I guess-
Yes, the 18th.
If everybody, the same people will be here next year, if nobody has any objections, I will advertise the monthly meeting to be at the same day of the month and at the same time, if everybody is good with that. Okay.
If not, speak now or forever hold your peace. I think it's been this way for as long as I can remember. Third Thursday. I think it's generally been 5 o'clock too.
Yep.
So,
So far.
but thank you all for being here and for the work you do and your preparation for this. And first thing on the agenda in our January 18th meeting will be selection of officers. So be thinking of who would like to do that and who's going to nominate. Otherwise, I said, be safe. Merry Christmas.
Motion to